A most pleasant good afternoon to you. Welcome inside Gold Arena on the campus of the University of Delaware. Delaware Hockey Network coverage of the University of Delaware ACHA Women's Division II Blue Hens as they close out their regular season against the Wildcats of Villanova. Always a tough game for the Blue Hens, but Villanova fell to Rowan yesterday 2-1, a team that Delaware beat just last weekend. So, as we say, Matt Fabrizio, this is why we play the game. James Witherite joined by former Villanova coach Matt Fabrizio. For years, you've said, let's call a game together. The time is now.
James, I am so excited to join the broadcast booth after watching you from afar for years and realizing what a major talent you are. I can't believe that you were able to be convinced to share this booth with a moron like me. But I'm excited to be here.
Your hockey IQ is through the roof. You've coached the Villanova women for a good while. Currently, you coach the Frozen Tide of Devon Prep, always a contending team in the ICSHL, Philadelphia Catholic League division. So clearly you know your stuff, and now I'm just as excited as you are. As opposed to being on opposite sides of the red line, we get to chat hockey for the next 2 hours. And
I mean, when I found out that you were cheering for Team Canada this week, and then when I look at the high school scene and I see that you're cheering for Salesianum, and then we get to college and you're cheering for University of Delaware, it's hard to think of any way that you and I would find agreement on anything, but I really am looking forward to this game. There's a lot of implications here. Both teams are traditional powerhouses in the DVCHC. Neither of the records reflect the excellence of the programs, but again, that's why we play the game. So I'm really excited to see what Delaware has, and having missed out on coaching Villanova this year, this is the first time that I've been around the team, so I finally get to see them. I'm very excited.
A lot of new faces on both sides of the red line, and we're going to tee that up on the other side of our timeout. When we come back, we're going to head inside the glass for the Limestone Pension Associates opening introductions. You're watching the Delaware Hockey Network on the 412, and it's all brought to you by the law office of Heather A. Long.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
Think about it. The trash and recycling bins in our homes, even with normal use, are places where harmful bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli can multiply by the thousands. But like anyone, you want to keep your home and your family as healthy as possible. Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help. They sanitize your trash cans with high-pressure hot water jets that can kill over 99% of the germs and bacteria in your cans in just a few minutes. To schedule your first cleaning, call 302-310-9075 or visit DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. Let's face it, saving for retirement doesn't happen overnight. It takes planning, and Limestone Pension Associates has spent the past 35 years helping small businesses do just that. Limestone specializes in crafting, planning, and handling the day-to-day administration of qualified pension plans tailor-fit to your company's needs and objectives. To schedule a consultation, call 302-479-8817 or visit limestonepension.net to learn more.
Broadcast to social, print to digital, coast to coast, remote or on-site. 412 Communications has the solution to bridge your team with your audience. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area, and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at Sid's BBQ and Jerky, sportsmed.com. Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With over 10 years of treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. With clinics in Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more.
Recovery.
And welcome back inside Gold Arena on the campus of the University of Delaware. Villanova and Delaware set to square off. Home finale for the Blue Hens ladies, coming into today 8-11-2. But in the month of February, they're 2-1-0 with wins over Maryland and Rowan and a defeat to the 17-2-0 midshipmen of the U.S. Naval Academy. A showdown between these two familiar rivals coming up. James Witherite joined by Matt Fabrizio in the 412 Communications broadcast box today. And without further ado, we're heading inside the glass for the Limestone Pension Associates starting lineups. Hockey fans, good afternoon, and welcome to Gold Arena on the campus of the University of Delaware. Today, the American Collegiate Hockey Association and the Delaware Valley College Hockey Conference present a Women's Division II regular season game between the visiting Wildcats of Villanova University and your University of Delaware Blue Hens. Let's meet today's starting lineups. For the visiting Villanova Wildcats, coached by Mike Donnelly. Starting in goal, number 8, Nadia Baldoff. On defense, number 4, Annalise Monopoly. And number 2, Cece Jenkins. At left wing, number 5, Sophia Crossan. At right wing, number 26, Peyton Williams. And at center, number 7, Cameron Brown. And now let's meet the starting 6 for your University of Delaware Blue Hens. Starting in goal from Voorhees, New Jersey, number 31, Kaylee McFadden. On defense, from Franklin, Massachusetts, number 2, Shaw Downing. And from Reading, Massachusetts, number 14, Mia Bonfilio. Starting at left wing from Brookline, Massachusetts, number 8, Julia Janowski. At right wing from Morristown, New Jersey, number 93, Izzy Camerata. And your starting center from Ithaca, New York, number 21, Riley Lemberg. Your Delaware Blue Hens are coached by Ken Deming. The on-ice officials for today's game, as appointed by the American Collegiate Hockey Association, are Jack Fetcher and Darren Mattern. Fans, at this time, we ask that you please direct your attention to the American flag located behind the Villanova goal, as we honor the United States of America and those who defend this nation with the Star-Spangled Banner. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare The bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. As we say in Pittsburgh, it's a great day for hockey.
Nothing better than a February afternoon with two powerhouses going at it. I got to tell you, I thought Lemberg graduated. How long is this girl going to be in college? She's terrorized us for years.
I believe this is her either second or third year with the program, so You're stuck with her in 25-26, Matt.
And then Carly Marzano, I actually went to high school with her father many years ago. She can just put the puck in the back of the net. But I'll tell you, the one that we used to game plan for was Liana Patrick. Her speed and ability to find space, especially when it's tight to find, was something that we were scared about, and then we would actually game plan for 46.
Unfortunately for the Delaware Blue Hens, they'll have to be without Liana Patrick today, as she remains out of the lineup with a lower body injury. Lena Murto out with an upper body injury. Jules Fuchs out with a lower body injury. Kaylee McFadden with her final start in front of a home crowd. Between the pipes for Delaware, 5-2-1 with a .353 goals against average and a save percentage probably a good bit over the .804 programmed. Nadia Baldoff in the other crease, 11-7-0 with a .215 goals against average and a save percentage of .908. Darren Mattern with the opening face-off. Puck is down between Brown and Lemberg, and they're off. This comes back to the Villanova blue line, where Monopoly leaves it across to Jenkins. Thrown off the near boards, but beyond the reach of Sophia Crossan. This corralled nearly by Downing. At her own line, walking in was Cameron Brown, but her shot from point-blank range was wide. This controlled by Williams on the far corner, but she's double-teamed by a pair of Blue Hens, and Shaw Downing flips this up the left wing boards. She plays it to herself at center, and she shovels the puck off her backhand the rest of the way in behind the Villanova goal. You saw it briefly during pregame, but from our vantage point here in the 412 Communications press box, the Villanova Wildcats and their away Navy sweaters moving right to left as we see it. Delaware in their home whites, blue helmets, blue sleeves, blue pants, blue numbers, moving left to right in opening period play. Here's Izzy Camerata off the feed from Herzog. Huddy offering support, shovels the puck over the blue line. It's turned the other way by Elise Payne back into the Delaware end. A minute into this contest, already heavy forechecking pressure offered by Villanova to try to stymie Delaware's breakout, something that's been a bit of a sore spot all season, Matt.
What you want to watch here is Cece Jenkins and Annalise Monopoly are two senior defenders. They're experienced and they're very reliable. Cece can run the puck up. I used to play her at forward because she had a knack for scoring. Coach Donnelly's moved her back to on the blue line, and she's doing a fabulous job for the Villanova.
And she's still contributing from the blue line, too. 8 games played, 2 goals, 5 assists. For a blue liner to be in point-a-game territory, we don't see that too much. But as you mentioned, she is a huge 200-foot threat.
I'm a big fan of Paul and Ellen Jenkins, her parents, who would fly out from Chicago to see her play. And we always had great conversations. Both Navy grads, so they would come down to the Naval Academy games all the time. And he said it was the only time he didn't cheer for Navy in his life. Paul Jenkins, great guy.
Messino threw this up ice. Downing turns it the other way, pursuing the puck, Evie Hill, but she's met behind the net by the back-checking Jasmine Messino for Villanova. This taken away by the Wildcats, shoveled up the near side by Noble. Recovered at center by the Hens' Carly Marzano. Thrown in through a crowd, pursued by Hill in the corner. She tried to center as Marzano cut to the crease, but Caitlin Braun had her boxed out. Just holding the left point was Mia Bonfilio for Delaware, with their first concerted attacking setup 2.5 minutes into the game. That's ultimately broken up by the strong Wildcat defense. And here's Kyla O'Byrne marching back into the Delaware zone. First shot on goal of the game comes from O'Byrne, trailing toward the near corner. Squaring up, playing the angle perfectly was McFadden. This comes across to Getz through traffic, flashing the leather.
Belgatz has
Was
a hard-headed
McFadden.
shot. And Sid the Kid, Iwasco, fed her for a nice shot. Love a long shot with a lot of screens. There are a lot of bodies in front of the Delaware goalie.
And now the face-off coming to the left of McFadden as Lemberg is in again across from DiGiuseppe. Lemberg controls the puck and she rolls it behind the net. This controlled by Herzog but not cleared. Lemberg in the corner. Getting some help from Herzog. This tied up by DiGiuseppe. Two-a-side battle now finally breaking up. And Izzy Camerata chips this up the near side but not out. Holding the point was Owasco. Camerata takes it away. The advance of Janowski off the advancing pass only made it as far as center ice before the Wildcats could recover. Owasco turned it over inside her own blue line. Hens will change in part, and Amelie Perez corrals a rolling puck just above her own blue line. Thrown off the far boards. Played on by Paige Luzon, taken away and marched the other way by Owasco. Owasco caromed it into the near corner. Recovered by Charles behind her own net. She plays this back to center, where Sydney Owasco recovers and walks in to the Delaware zone once again. Centering pass up high to Brown. Brown leading scorer for this Wildcat team with 22 goals. She tried to jam one in just there. McFadden sealed off the cage. And the Hens clear. Sophia Crossan lost the zone at the point. Charles comes away with the puck after it was bobbled by Monopoly. Crossan was in a one-on-one with Owasco. The Villanova back check caught up to CC Charles. So she waits for the reinforcements to come in, but Paige Luzon muscled off the puck in the far corner. Again by Brown. This comes out to Monopoly near side. Recovered by Hill, but she couldn't run the gauntlet between the dots. Brown and Downing
Big collision.
Both Brown and Downing back on their feet, none the worse for wear, as Hill tried to make something happen from the near corner. She couldn't find Hope Menachilo in the low slot. Brown gains center before wristing the puck the rest of the way in behind the Delaware goal. We are 5 minutes into this contest. 2 shots on goal. They both belong to the Villanova Wildcats. Monopoly from the right point. Launches the puck into traffic. Looked like Downing got a piece of it, and she controls the puck deep in her own zone. Breakout pass finds Evie Hill, double teamed at center. She's got no option but a dump and change. She hustles off. Fresh Blue Hens coming on. 5.5 into the first period of a 0-0 hockey game. Icing waved off by Darren Mattern off that long Villanova clear.
Looked like an icing to me.
Darren Mattern thought otherwise. Meanwhile, Zoe Garrett, surrounded by white sweaters, gives way, and Izzy Camerata, the New Jersey native, breaks free from traffic. She's got a one-on-one, 2-on-1 if she hurries. The shot from 30 feet was steered wide by Baldoff after being off target to begin with. Garrett plays this behind the net to Pizzagalli. Tied up by the forechecking Riley Lemberg. Stepping up to hold the zone near side was Herzog. Close-up shot came from Izzy Camerata, but it was just off its mark. Looked like it was headed for the pipe before Baldoff played it. Lemberg fans on the pocket center. This turned back by Messino into the Delaware zone, and the Cats change 6 minutes and 25 seconds into the first period of a 0-0 hockey game. CC Charles works up the right wing boards. She gains center. Dump and chase coming for the Blue Hens. Charles out-angled for the puck by the back-checking Emily Noble. But Charles stays with the play, recovers, and she sets up a slapper from Olivia Huddy, which from 45 feet was blocked in a congested mid-slot. Getting the better of that was Messino. Back in the Delaware end, Perez and Braun in a race for the puck. Amelie Perez controlling. The New Jersey native shovels this ahead to Charles, 2-on-2. Charles flipped the puck as far as the Villanova blue line. Rosenthal couldn't reel it in. This turned back by Braun from her own blue line, and this will come back in icing with 12 minutes and 51 seconds to go in the first period of a scoreless hockey game.
Delaware's
if you've been
got
injured
the-
on the job or in a car accident, you know just how challenging and overwhelming the recovery process can be. That's why having a trusted and caring representative by your side is essential to help you navigate the complex world of workers' compensation and personal injury. The law office of Heather A. Long will guide you through every step of the process, from filing your claim to representing you in hearings and appeals. To schedule a free consultation, call 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com. And we've got a woman down right off the draw behind the Villanova goal, and that was Sydney Owasco, slow to her feet. She pops back up. She'll have to head off, being the cause of the stoppage. But in any case, Matt, you had some observations on the first 7 minutes. We had to cut you off for the ad read, but we want to hear what you got to say.
That's all right. I'm used to getting cut off. But what I noticed was that as you were talking about personal injury, there was a heavy collision in the corner. Sid the kid seemed like she banged her head, but she got up and skated off okay. So I think everything's all right.
Draw coming back at the near circle of the Villanova zone, won by Hill, controlled by Perez at the near point. But ultimately, the Wildcats come barreling back to neutral. Perez recovers at her own blue line, couldn't find Menachilo on that diagonal pass. Puck beyond her reach, controlled by Monopoly, played behind the net to Jenkins. Jenkins found a clear passing lane to Lindsay Giuseppe. 3-on-2 for the Cats. Di Giuseppe steered to the near corner. Shot was knocked errant as a result. Monopoly throws this in. On net, McFadden with the stop. Her third on 3 total shots faced to this point of the hockey game. And we've reached the 8-minute mark from Gold Arena. No score between the Wildcats and the Blue Hens in this regular season finale.
Delaware's doing a great job of keeping Villanova off to the side, out of the danger zones. Villanova's going to get a lot of goals by getting in front of the goalie and causing a lot of havoc. They have not been able to get there. As a result, Delaware has had not much of a problem thus far.
Delaware doing really well to control the slot. And like you said, Matt, angle the Wildcat attackers into the corners where they don't have the shot angles. We talk about the area of the ice called the house. Post, dot, top of the circle, dot, post. And Delaware's done a great job of controlling that pentagon inside their own zone.
Absolutely. And the main threat probably of the entire league, Cameron Brown, a big-time scorer in her junior year. I think she has somewhere around 50 points this season. They're going to have to have special attention on her, and they've actually done a fantastic job of keeping her away from the puck thus far.
22 goals, 24 assists on the season, so you're not far off. She's got 46 on the year. But so far, she and the rest of the Wildcats have been kept silent, and they've only been limited to but 3 shots on goal. That being said, Delaware yet to get one on net themselves.
Delaware's had the better pressure, in my opinion, thus far. They're clearly listening to the coach, getting that puck in deep and chasing it. Villanova's been able to break out with a little bit of havoc. But, again, I think Delaware's had the better attack thus far, even though they haven't got the shots on net.
That being said, too, I feel like they've had I don't want to say the upper hand in the defensive zone. It's been pretty even. Both teams have been super effective clogging up the slot, as here we see a shot from Emily Noble from downtown that is steered wide by McFadden. Again, Delaware doing a great job keeping Villanova pinned to the perimeter of the Blue Hen zone. Trying to break free. Here's CeCe Charles. If she could have gotten the puck back beyond center, it would have been a 3-on-1 for the Hens and potentially an A-grade chance. Instead, Cassie McFadden gains the center line and flips this in deep. Charles, the lone pursuer for the Blue Hens, while the others change. But she's stripped of the puck behind the net by Emily Noble. Those red gloves make her easy to spot from a mile away. Amen.
I saw Emily before the game, and I told her, watching the broadcast on Live Barn, which isn't half the experience of watching you could always see Emily because of those gloves. She comes from Green Bay, Wisconsin, and I don't know what team she played for, but those are some unique gloves. Look like some Father Judge gloves, James.
And this is going to be an icing against the Wildcats after a Melanie Cartwright shot was the first on net for Delaware today. 9.5 to go in the first period. And the turkeys on the table for the Blue Hens, an attacking zone faceoff coming their way with 9.5 minutes to go in the first period.
Any player, any hockey fan over the age of 40 knows the significance of that song that you were just playing here. I can't not think about hockey when I hear that song.
The good news for the hockey fans here at Gold Arena, or the bad news, depending on how you look at it. Maybe the good news, the Fred Rust Arena organist has the day off as the game moved to Gold Arena. So we with all likelihood, will not be treated to a theme and variations on Lady of Spain.
I'm a big fan of that organ. That makes you feel like you're in a hockey arena.
Here's Hill off the Marzano feed. Puck loose in front. It bounces about. And coming up with a pair of rapid-fire saves, Nadia Baldoff, and we're going to see those at the next stoppage.
Good job by the Villanova D to clear the slot there. There was a puck bouncing around. Instead of getting all caught up and chasing that puck around, they moved bodies out of the way, and then they took away the scoring opportunity.
High danger net front as both Carly Marzano and Evie Hill were looming right on the welcome mat. But Nadia Baldoff standing tall, coming up with not 2 but 3 rapid-fire saves. Odd woman rush coming for Villanova, and the Kyla O'Byrne shot is turned wide by McFadden, and a puck out of play gives us a pause with 8 minutes and 21 seconds to go in the first period. Planning for retirement doesn't just happen overnight. For 35 years and counting, Limestone Pension Associates has helped small businesses craft and administer pension plans for their workforces. Learn more at limestonepension.net. We're going to go back to that series of Nadia Baldoff saves just a moment ago, Matt, on the 412 Communications Instant Replay. Marzano and Hill
get the
coming
puck into
in together.
A scoring position there, and they shot on Nadia. She blocked the shot. And then you watch the Villanova defenders clear that crease out to get those dangerous pucks away.
Here's Owasco trying to feed one in net front, but Knowles couldn't get stick on puck and maintain the direction of the shot. Let's kick back to the point. Launched in from distance by Isabella Getz, but that was wide of the post. Puck ricochets off the backboards. Owasco launches it in from the left point. Didn't get great contact on the puck. It wobbles behind the Delaware goal. Lemberg failed to clear. Stepping up was Levine, but overpowered ultimately as the Blue Hens' Julia Janowski forces play back to center. Downing rolls this up the near boards beyond the reach of Camerata. It is recovered by Owasco. Lofted by Camerata up ice. And this will be an icing against the Blue Hens with 7 minutes and 25 seconds to go in the first period. 0-0 from Gold Arena, and something both of these teams have to contend with here that neither of them are particularly used to. Delaware only playing here maybe 2 or 3 times a season. That very low ceiling, maybe only 4 meters from the ice surface. 13 feet for you, Matt.
I think that the NHL rink takes away one of Delaware's home ice advantages. Playing at an Olympic rink, the angles are always messed up. And any team that plays on an NHL rink, when they move to that Olympic rink, has problems with angles, particularly in the first period.
7:15 to go. Here in opening period play. Walking in, Brown trying to pick a corner on McFadden.
Looked like she had a little space there, but I think she saved it with the butt end. It's a pretty fantastic save. There's a lot of Villanova firepower on the ice right now. Cameron Brown, very interesting. She's from the Chicago area, and I asked
her, Chicago.
There's a lot. This is a national team. This Villanova crew. I asked her one time if her parents were ever going to come out to a game, and she said probably not. And I said, "Oh, what a shame that your mom doesn't get to come see you play." She goes, "Oh, I communicate with my mom all the time." She's one of those players that communicates with her mom during the game through her Apple Watch.
Huh.
Her mom's probably watching right now and giving her little tidbits on one of the league's most dangerous scorers.
Olivia Huddy drives the puck back in up the near side, deep into the Villanova zone. But again, aside from that flurry of activity in front of Nadia Baldoff moments ago, Delaware struggling to generate chances. Herzog recovering. She steps up to center. Barely gained the line, said Jack Fetcher, to avoid the icing. She hustles off in exchange for some fresh defenders on now are Matone and Perez. Meanwhile, here's Cameron Brown bulldozing up the left wing boards again. Slowed by a pair of Delaware back checkers. She centered, nobody home. This pushed up the right wing boards by Marzano off the feed from Menachilo. But Marzano steered to the corner by Messino. Forced to find other options. Hill's one-timer was blocked in heavy net front traffic. And here back comes Pizzagalli. Shot right on target, but it's saved by McFadden.
That's probably the best chance of the game there. It was kind of a pseudo breakaway. She took off down the ice, and using her speed, which is pretty tough to do carrying the puck. She lined up. Looks like Villanova's trying to shoot high on the Delaware goalie. I don't know if that's some intelligence or if that's how the shots are landing, but they're trying to pick some corners. Go Barzy. No luck so far.
Inside the final 6 minutes of the first period, no score from the University of Delaware's Gold Arena between the Blue Hens and the Wildcats.
Here you go.
Here's Lemberg. 2-on-1. Lemberg's shot was wide on a quick release from 40 feet. She pursued her own rebound but couldn't control the puck. This cleared up the near side. Downing holding the point. She's out-muscled for the puck by Zoe Garrett, who turns it across neutral territory. Launched back the other way by Riley Lemberg, hustling back to her side of center red.
Delaware's game plan clearly is to get pucks deep. What they need to start doing is getting a better forecheck because they're not giving much resistance to Villanova's breakout, and they're getting out pretty easily. And that's why Delaware is not able to get any sustained pressure thus far.
Matt, we talked yesterday following the Devon Prep Father-Judge game. One of the strengths of the high school team that you coach is the ability to generate odd player rushes, and that's something that oftentimes a strong forecheck can force those mistakes and capitalize on, and that's something that Delaware's not yet doing as we come to the
look at this.
final 4.5. Here we go. Charles with a shot bothered at the dot by Getz. Rebound controlled by Janowski. She didn't get great contact on the puck. This pushed up the right wing boards, but not out. Was that Alex Levine? Yes, it was. Sometimes those sleeve numbers, the sublimated numbers on the sweaters get bunched up from distance, and you can't always read them, man.
I think it's a competitive advantage to keep those numbers off the sleeves. I always protest that when we're getting jerseys made, but the kids want to look sweet, so they got to put those jersey numbers on the side. Now you like it too, James.
As a commentator, absolutely love sleeve numbers. It's one more point of identification.
So we'll see if they can get us up. Nothing on the forecheck. You know what? I really miss this rule now that I'm coaching at the high school level. I miss this. When you ice it, you can't change it. I think that's an apt, I don't want to say punishment, but if you ice the puck,
it's a deterrent.
It's a deterrent. That's the exact way to put it. A deterrent. So I'm a fan of telling my team to just ice the puck as often as they have the opportunity to, because I call it the least penalized infraction in all of sports. At least at the college level, you might be stuck with a tired line. You don't see that at the high school level.
Especially in the second period, as here we get another Kaylee McFadden save. Make a truly all-American meal the centerpiece of your next team event or special occasion. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky in nearby Claymont, Delaware can cater your next group event, offering pulled pork brisket and barbecue chicken on a daily basis, along with a variety of sauces and sides sure to please any appetite. Visit Sid's at Suite C26 in the Tri-State Industrial Center on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware. Open Monday through Saturday for takeaway lunch, or to place a catering order, call 302-439-4937 or visit sidsbbqandjerky.com. Matt, have you ever had Sid's?
I have not, but I think I might stop in Claymont on my drive back to Devon tonight.
I highly recommend it. Maybe some good pregame fuel on Monday, but out of your way on your way to Northeast.
Yeah, it's not the way. It's not on the way to Northeast Philly, I can tell you that much.
3.5 minutes to go in opening period play. No score as yet. Between the Cats and the Hens, a couple quick saves from Kaylee McFadden. So far keeping a potent Villanova offense silent.
McFadden's been outstanding so far. Her angles are good, and she's playing with confidence in that crease, you could tell. Villanova's working the puck to their points and trying to get deflections and shots from points. That's clearly their goal. Defense is the strong point of this Villanova Wildcat team.
Jenkins won the foot race to a loose puck over Evie Hill. Angles her off her feet. Completes the breakout pass to Williams. Williams slowed up by CeCe Charles clogging up the high slot, but Cameron Brown comes barreling in to protect the puck for Villanova. She tries to walk one through traffic. This is loose in front, covered by McFadden after a single save, and with 2:44 to go.
McFadden looked awesome on that play. I'll tell you what, Villanova is sneaking up. McFadden's met every challenge thus far, but they are making her go further and further. Let's see if it adds up to a goal or see if Delaware can change the momentum.
Kaylee McFadden old school conservative goalie. Not so much a puck player a la Marty Brodeur, but more one who plays the angles smartly, and she's a very efficient goalie.
The Martin Brodeur style is always helpful, but it's not necessary. It's a nice little perk to have with a goaltender. You want your goaltender's main focus to be stopping shots.
The thing with the Martin Brodeur approach, and we've both seen this from our respective roles as coach, as commentator, as official, is while the reward is great for those aggressive stops, the risk is great too, and that you're giving up a lot of net on secondary chances.
Absolutely. McFadden might have been her best save of the game, other than that butt end that she saved earlier. She's really meeting the challenge. Villanova is hunting right now.
13 shots on goal for the Wildcats so far, and not a darn thing to show for it. As Lindsay Di Giuseppe comes in for the draw across from Lemberg. This is swatted up the right wing boards by Camerata. Di Giuseppe back to play it to Noble. Recovered at center by Matone for Delaware. Levine muscles it back inside her own blue line. Noble throws this up the left wing board. Stick check by Camerata. Slowed that puck up as it trails into the near corner of the Delaware zone. Extracted by Herzog. Camerata could not connect with Janowski over the Blue Hen logo at center. This puck ends up on the stick of Zoe Garrett, who flips it back inside the Delaware blue line. Time and space for Pete Sigali. Shot was wide with 85 seconds to go in a scoreless first period from Gold Arena.
This is a dangerous line for Villanova. It's not their top line, but Zoe is she's a Mark Messier type. She plays both ends of the ice. They have Elise Payne, who I believe has the hardest shot on the team. Elise grew up in upstate New York playing with the boys, and you can tell in the way that she skates and the way that she shoots that the girls' game is somewhat new to her.
Evie Hill launches this from center. Once again, deep into the Villanova zone. Pursued there by Menachilo, but she couldn't get to the puck in time. That was Payne back at the far corner to recover. Thrown up the near side. Held in by Hill, muscled away from her. This thrown.
Of course, that puck found the one girl that's got her helmet off.
Into the Delaware bench area now to play. 34 and 3/5 seconds to go. In opening period action, face-off after the puck out of play. Coming right in front of the Delaware bench and controlled by the Wildcats. Iwasko steered to the wall by Hill, tried to shoot, found the frame of the back of the goal, so that shot not on net. Amelie Perez trying to start a last-ditch effort to get Delaware on the board. Slowed up in traffic at center. Brown, marked by Marzano, couldn't gain the zone, but she's got the puck back. Delaware dropping 4 defenders in deep. Marzano forcing the turnover. She stick handles towards center. She flips the puck off her backhand as far as the Villanova blue line, and that's going to do it for the first period.
We're not doing an ice cut here, are we? Yes. All right, we're going to continue on here.
At the end of one period, 0-0 to score between Villanova and Delaware. Back after the first intermission.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With over 10 years of treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. With clinics in Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue.
Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Think about it. The trash and recycling bins in our homes, even with normal use, are places where harmful bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli can multiply by the thousands. But like anyone, you want to keep your home and your family as healthy as possible. Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help. They sanitize your trash cans with high-pressure hot water jets that can kill over 99% of the germs and bacteria in your cans in just a few minutes. To schedule your first cleaning, call 302-310-9075 or visit DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Let's face it, saving for retirement doesn't happen overnight. It takes planning, and Limestone Pension Associates has spent the past 35 years helping small businesses do just that. Limestone specializes in crafting, planning, and handling the day-to-day administration of qualified pension plans tailor-fit to your company's needs and objectives. To schedule a consultation, call 302-479-8817 or visit limestonepension.net to learn more.
It's time for the second period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
Not that many stairs to head up here, Norm Borg. We're in Gold Arena on the campus of the University of Delaware on this Saturday afternoon. 20 minutes in the books between the Blue Hens and the Wildcats, and not a thing to show for it. James Witherite, Matt Fabrizio joining you from Gold Arena for some Saturday afternoon ACHA women's hockey. Strong showings on the defensive for both of these teams. Solid net minding for Kaylee McFadden in the first 20 minutes, and the Villanova Wildcats doing a heck of a job limiting Delaware's opportunities to move the puck up ice and then to generate offensive chances.
Absolutely. McFadden was the star of the show. 13 saves on 13 shots in the first period. The other stars of the show is this strong veteran Villanova defense, which has prevented Delaware from getting any type of sustained pressure thus far. We'll see if that holds up here in the second period, where you got the long change.
The other stars of the show, the Villanova centers, winning 87.5% of first period faceoffs, Matt.
From what I understand, University of Delaware is a 60 to 70% successful faceoff team. I'm well aware of the centers at Villanova. They are strong on draws, but 87% is a little bit ridiculous.
Lemberg back deep in her own zone. Karams is behind the net. She tried to feed to Shaw Downing. Now Downing getting control of the puck after Brown bobbled it momentarily. Downing lets one go from 75 feet. That on target for Delaware's fifth shot of the game. Baldoff with no pressure in front of her, compelled to play it on, and this will come back an icing. 49 seconds into second period play.
Least necessary icing I've ever seen. Delaware was changing 5 at a time. They were all over by the Delaware bench, and Villanova just chucked the puck down there. Now they're giving up an offensive faceoff. Let's see if Delaware can flip the script on these draws. There you are. They won that one.
Rosenthal trying to leave this back to Huddy. Pass was off its line. Sophia Crossan works this forward to Peyton Williams.
Watch Brown
Williams
here.
steered
Brown
wide by McTone. Brown trying to corral the puck. It ends up now on the stick of Cameron Brown in close off the advancing feed from Williams through the slot. Matone holding close to home, taking away Cameron Brown's opportunities. And now here comes an odd woman rush for the Hens, but it ends up with Olivia Huddy just throwing the puck in over the line, blocked down by Cece Jenkins, who gets it back from Payne right inside her line. Stretch pass up the left wing board, second line on for Villanova. Zoe Garrett tries to pile drive her way in deep, but she was slowed up by Herzog at the half wall. This comes back to Jenkins. Glove down by Charles at center. She's got a one-on-one. Charles shot. Stick save by Baldoff.
Nasty low shot there. Baldoff covered it up.
Holding the right point, Amelie Perez throws this through traffic. Puck bounces off the near corner boards. It's corralled by Evie Hill. She tried to throw it in from 35 feet, but it was stick checked offline. Battle for the rebound goes the way of Carly Marzano. Menachilo from downtown.
There
rebound
it
is
is.
in, and Delaware scores.
All goes back to that defensive zone draw. The Delaware had open players in the high slot, and then coming out from behind the net, you got to grab a girl. You got to keep her stick away from putting the puck in the net. Villanova fails. Delaware's on the board.
Oh, captain, my captain, Carly Marzano finds the rebound net front, and she puts it past Baldoff, who lunged for the initial save. Scratch my back with a hacksaw. Delaware's up 1-0.
Carly Marzano, she's got those Upper Darby, Delaware County roots. We know where you come from, Marzano. Same part of the earth as me.
2 minutes and 3 seconds into the second period. Carly Marzano for the Delaware Blue Hens, giving the home team the lead with what was her 9th goal of the season. And we'll get the other particulars here for you momentarily. It was Marzano from Perez. Again, this coming 2 minutes and 3 seconds into the second period. And inside the glass we go for the particulars. Oh, Delaware goal! Her 9th of the season. Scored by number 17, Carly Marzano. Assisted by number 12, Amelie Perez. Time of the goal, 2 minutes, 3 seconds of the second period. Marzano's ninth from Perez at 2:03. And here they come again.
James, I was waiting for that. I love when you go from play-by-play to in-arena announcer. A one-man band. Here you are. Look at this, cut to the middle.
But Kyla Burns, sandwiched by a pair of Delaware back checkers in the high slot, lost the puck. Camerata weaves this clear, but she couldn't find Lemberg. That 2-on-1 opportunity broken up at the Villanova blue line by Isabella Getz. So Delaware on the board. Second and third chance opportunities are really going to be the key to this game. They've got to crash the net. They've got to be in position for those rebound chances. As scarce as opportunities are, they've really got to make the most of them and prolong those attacks to the best of their ability.
You know, sometimes not getting a lot of action in the first period, then you get a nice ice cut, kind of keeps the goalie a little bit cold, and maybe you saw a little bit of that at play when Delaware scores the early goal here in the first period, here early in the second period, even though they haven't had a lot of sustained pressure.
4:15 into the second period. Owasco with time and space off the cross-ice feed from Levine at center. Owasco was angled to the far side by the lanky New Yorker Riley Lemberg, who separated her from the puck. This ends up at the near half wall. Controlled once again by Getz for Villanova. Pushed up ice by Camerata. Getz hustles back into neutral ice to recover. This was thrown in over the line by Di Giuseppe. And a hand pass called by Darren Mattern. With 15 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the second period.
I really like Bella Getz's game. You know, she came on to a Villanova defense last year that was stocked with veterans, and she earned her way on there with her tough play, strong puck movement, and she's got great vision for a defenseman.
Hand pass ultimately was against Villanova, so the faceoff's going to stay. Right in front of the Delaware bench. Again, Matt, as you mentioned earlier, long change in effect here for the second period. So teams shooting on the goal nearest their bench, and we've got our first penalty of the game. A trip signaled by Darren Mattern.
Trying to get a little power play action here. I'm
4:56.
really interested in seeing what Coach Donnelly puts together for his power play unit. Got a lot of studs, a lot of scorers. If they can control the puck here, we might have a tie score. Let's see what happens.
So 4:56 into the second period. Charles off for tripping. This is the first Delaware trash can cleaning penalty kill for the Blue Hens today. Friends, if you're like me, healthy living is important, and Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help you and your family stay healthy at home with periodic sanitization and disinfecting of your trash and recycling bins. Schedule your first cleaning today at DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. The Delaware penalty was assessed to number 20, CeCe Charles. 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 4 minutes, 56 seconds in the second period. Charles, 2 for tripping at 4:56. And there it is for you at home in the top left corner of your TV. Charles off for tripping. And the Villanova power play taking their time, trying to set up a concerted attack. Brown working behind the net. Leaves this to Jenkins. Just inside the line, back to Cameron Brown, stepping up to the left dot, looking shot, but was wide. It ricochets off the backboards, coming out to Monopoly, working near side. Monopoly across the line to Jenkins. She winds up from distance. Looked like Camerata got a piece of that, clogging up the slot. Herzog, Marzano, and Downing, the other three on this Delaware trash can cleaning penalty kill, which is half over, and we are 6 minutes into the second period of this 1-0 game. Delaware with the advantage thanks to Carly Marzano's net front jam in across from Nadia Baldoff. 2:03 into the second period.
A lot of solid puck movement here by the Wildcats, but what they're not doing is getting a girl in front of the net. There's 2 or 3 times that Jenkins had the puck in a prime shooting position, but there wasn't a Wildcat to be found to try to get a screen, and you're not going to get one past McFadden right now unless you're going to hinder her view, make her break her stance. Villanova's got to get a girl in front of the net if they want to have success in the power play.
For Villanova to succeed here, it's going to be second chance opportunities. It's going to be getting a puck across the Royal Road.
Oh, jeez, the ref got hurt.
Is that Fetcher?
I don't know. I think I heard one fan cheer. Not happy about that.
You know how we feel. You know how we feel about officials in this press box, Matt. And
the referees are treasures in the game of hockey, and what I'm seeing is I don't like the trend in how officials have been treated. They're gems, and it's a tough job. You walk into an arena and nobody likes you. You know, you gotta make it the pathway as clear as you possibly can for the officials, because this is a tough gig.
we get the thumbs up from Jack, and we're going to go on.
Tough move.
Tough as nails.
Ways off the trainer. Get back to your spot. Everything's fine. It's a little blood on the puck.
I'm fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Here we go. Marzano and Brown. Brown wins the draw. Skip past the Monopoly right side. She shoots on target. And up with the save again.
She had a clear view of that shot. Annalise Monopoly, she can throw a tricky puck at the net, but it's not going to get past the goaltender from 60 feet away. You need traffic. You need some type of action in front of the net.
As we were talking before Jack took a puck to the noggin and is staying in the game.
Look at that. No goal. He's waved it off.
And we're going to see this again right now.
Unbelievable save.
Let's watch again on the 412 Communications Instant Replay. Monopoly, or rather Jenkins it was, taking aim, trying to set up O'Byrne on the welcome mat. That was that type of cross-slot pass that Villanova needs in order to get this goal back, but Kaylee McFadden tracking it well. She's been tracking pucks great all day. As mentioned, her angles have been phenomenal, as here she records save number 17, denying Zoe Garrett from distance. Winding up and clearing, Julia Janowski sends the puck up ice after Villanova camped out in the Delaware zone for the first minute and 54 seconds of the Charles tripping minor, and the Hens come away unscathed through their first Delaware trash can cleaning penalty kill. And we've got a collision right in front of the net, as it looked like Jenkins lost her footing, ran into a Delaware defender. Or was that Brown?
Smooth stick handling skills from Monopoly. I always said it was the best name in hockey. Annalise Monopoly, stick handling real smoothly, lost control of it, and barreled into the goaltender, knocked the net off.
So the face-off comes back to the left of McFadden as the strains of Journey's chain reaction aptly fade away. Charles muscles her way between a pair of Villanova back checkers, but she couldn't find Rosenthal on the doorstep. Downing holds the point. Huddy holds the point this time, as failing to clear was Zoe Garrett. Rosenthal plays the puck off a dead area in the boards, but it's taken away from her. This cleared back by Pizzagalli as far as center. Thrown back in by the Massachusetts native Shaw Downing. Sophomore defender for this Delaware team. Getting the start today with Mia Bonfilio. They're on right now along with the third line, Menachilo, Huddy, and Rosenthal. Bonfilio steers the puck away from Noble. And Payne recovers at her own line. She winds up from center and launches this puck in. She didn't have the center line. This is going to come back in icing with 11 minutes and 50 seconds to go. In the second period, Blue Hens with a 1-0 lead over the Wildcats. Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. So how do you get your voice above the fray? 412 Communications has myriad solutions to build bridges between your brand and its clientele, between your team and your fans, ranging from broadcast to social and print to digital and so much more. Whether you're on the East Coast, in the Midwest, or anywhere in between, the 412 team will put their 40-plus years of experience to work for you. Want to know more? Head to 412communications.com. Bonfilio in a crowd couldn't hold the zone. Marzano pulls back. She tried to feed to Hill, who had more time and space far side, but that cross-ice pass was intercepted by Emily Noble and driven deep into Delaware territory once again, where Shaw Downing could not escape the Noble forecheck. Bonfilio trying to catch the Wildcats amidst a change. Could not clear. Holding the point was Jasmine Messino. Back this comes to center. Hill couldn't walk forward through traffic. Again, Villanova recovers, and Caitlin Braun tried to take this to center. She got tied up with Marzano on neutral ice. Dump and change for the Hens with 9 minutes elapsed in the second period. Despite being outshot, despite being outfought, Delaware's got a 1-0 lead over Villanova in this much anticipated closing day matchup between these two sides. All the more anticipated after the Wildcats fell to Rowan 2-1 yesterday. Can Delaware rewrite the narrative as far as the history of these two teams is concerned?
It's always a tough place to play, University of Delaware, but Villanova's in a situation where they do not want to head into the playoffs on a losing streak. Momentum's a big part of success down in lower Delaware. They're going to need to get moving here to have a good shot next week.
Turnover at center. Caitlin Knowles stood up by Herzog just inside the Delaware blue line. We're coming up on halfway. Hens with that 1-0 lead. The puck again. Riley Lemberg throws it in, delayed offside as Camerata was just inside the line. She tags up and she recovers the puck. Izzy Camerata, mini 2-on-1 shot from inside the right dot, just off its intended mark. Getting to the puck near side, Alex Levine works this back to center.
Nova was flying the zone. A couple of their wingers were leaving. They're looking for a nice big stretch pass here, trying to create a scoring opportunity. Leaves their defense a little bit vulnerable, and that's where you had the turnover and the scoring opportunity by University of Delaware.
Here's Cartwright to Janowski. She couldn't get out of the zone. Second time she does, but not before being swarmed by Alex Levine, keeping the pressure on right before Delaware was able to exit. So they come up the far side, but the pass from Perez to Camerata didn't connect. Lemberg launches this in as Camerata was tied up with a Villanova defender right in front of the Delaware bench. Hens do change, and Isabella gains center the other way. This is going to be called offside with 8:52 to go in the second period. 1-0 the score. Delaware with the advantage, and the face-off coming right in front of their own line.
Delaware's making it real sticky to play in this neutral zone. That is not what Villanova wants. They like a nice open sheet. So Delaware's doing everything they need to do to slow down the Wildcat attack.
Blue Hens are used to time and space galore. Here, Gold Arena, it's a smaller than NHL sheet. There's no vertical space, but so far they've adapted pretty well, Matt.
Yeah, they're playing this rink like they've been playing every game in the program's existence on this sheet right here. They really have it down.
Stretch pass from Brown up the right wing boards. O'Byrne lost her intended path. She was pressured by Downing upon reaching the Delaware line. Downing fed this to Charles to clear. It comes back to Monopoly via Jenkins. Annalise Monopoly marching in, slowed up by the reaching stick of Mia Bonfilio. This kicked out to Brown. Shot bothered by McFadden high in the zone. The other McFadden scrambling to cover this one, and we've got a pause.
Nice job by McFadden. That puck took a weird bounce off the backboards. She covered it up with a lot of traffic in front. It's a tough play to make. Doesn't count as a shot on goal. Doesn't count as a save, but it's a beautiful play by the goaltender who's stealing the show right now.
And while Kaylee McFadden froze the puck to bring play to a halt, it was her twin sister Cassie McFadden guarding the point and forcing that errant initial shot from distance that led to the further developments. And now we've got a face-off to Kaylee's left with 8 minutes and change to go here in the second period. And Delaware clinging to that tenuous 1-0 lead.
How about that? I didn't even know Delaware had a pair of twins. Oh, look at this move. Walker.
Here's Menachilo.
Oh, big save
no
by
ma'am,
Nadia.
says Balduff. And we're going to see it again right now.
Wow, what a move. Check this out. Takes it up right off the board. And she's got a one-on-one. Does a little daggle, takes the inside lane, and was able to get a great shot on that. Big save by Balduff.
had a great look at it after splitting defenders, but Hope Menachilo denied her 14th of the season. Face-off coming near side with 7:47 to go in the second period. Delaware keeping the pressure on. They've already doubled their first period shots here in the second. They've got 8 across from Villanova's 5 here in the middle frame. And Ella Herzog back behind her own goal, going to try to start this up for the Blue Hens. She chips the puck off the boards. Menachilo to Hill, tipping the puck far side, trying to generate some time and space, but winning the race to the biscuit was Vittoria Pizzagalli right in front of the Delaware bench. Here comes Pizzagalli, outnumbered by Delaware defenders. Angle to the far corner, once again by Herzog. This thrown to the left point. Owasco bobbled the puck and lost the zone, so the Wildcats going to have to pull back and regroup. 7 to go. Here in second period play, 1-0 Delaware's lead, and barreling up the right wing boards comes Peyton Williams for Villanova, but she's steered behind the net by Herzog, who strips her of the puck and throws it back up the near side toward Menachilo, but not out. This intercepted, walking in with a shot was Kyla O'Byrne. The last word going once again to Kaylee McFadden with 6:45 to go in the second period. Villanova try as they might. Not able to figure out Kaylee McFadden so far, Fab.
O'Byrne came off the half wall there with a nice wrist shot low. McFadden's been making most of her saves high, but that one came low, but she had it all covered up.
5/9 of the way through this game. 1-0 Delaware. Cartwright tries to clear. Puck is loose in front. Hungry Hippos right in front of McFadden's office as Izzy Camerata muscles this free, but it's held in at the left point by Jenkins. In comes Brown off her backhand, trying to run the gauntlet, couldn't jam the puck in. McFadden saying no once again. She slams the door on Villanova for the 20th time today, and it's still 1-0.
Nova seemed to get the memo that they're going to have to get some traffic and create a little bit of dirtiness out in front of that net. Got that first line on there, able to create a little bit of havoc, but McFadden's really seeing everything clearly right now. She's on top of her game.
She's seeing everything clearly. She's limiting rebound chances. She's doing a great job freezing pucks, and what we haven't seen yet, Villanova hasn't been able to double-cross her yet.
They haven't been able to. They're not. Yeah, as you say, the cross row passes are what's going to have to open up the goaltender so that she has some spots to shoot at. When she's square to the shot, she's been on top of everything. The low shots, the high shots, and then she's also preventing the rebounds by eating it up with that big glove.
Crossing the Royal Road is one thing. That's an A-grade chance. Double crossing the Royal Road, that's where magic happens.
Let's see if Nova can get it across once, let alone twice.
This is an icing with 5 minutes and 55 seconds to go in the second period. Delaware pinned back in their own zone, up 1-0. Whether you're a competitive athlete like these ladies or a weekend warrior like me, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. And with years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes alike, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal best and lead a healthier lifestyle. And with clinics in both Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is the convenient choice for every athlete in your family. Learn more about Dr. Brad Bly's offerings to promote health and wellness for athletes of all ages and abilities at desportsmed.com.
Coach Donnelly did a move that I love doing. After that icing, you got a tired Delaware line, throw out that first line, scoring line. They got a scoring opportunity. McFadden covered it up, got the whistle, and then Delaware was able to make that change there.
Charles couldn't reel in the puck, pushing it forward up the side. Delayed offside signaled by Darren Mattern. This muscled free. And worked ahead by Williams. On further to O'Byrne, who rolls it in up the right wing boards behind the Delaware goal. Again, Hens giving up some chances here, but Kaylee McFadden limiting rebound opportunities. And Delaware, for the most part, keeping the dangerous Wildcat offense pinned to the perimeter of the zone like we talked about early in the first.
Old Jasmine Messino, Snyder hockey alum, a proud product of Philadelphia.
Talk about a great program for the community.
Oh, my God. Snyder Hockey is the premier hockey organization in the area. She's going to Villanova on a full scholarship from that organization. They give you free equipment if you live inside the city boundaries of Philadelphia. And then she was able to change that into a full hockey scholarship. Jasmine Messino and Karina Baylor, who's not dressed tonight for Villanova, 2 Snyder alums. Great program.
Love what they do for the community. They put together a great youth product on ice, and moreover, they grow some really great citizens.
And they get access to hockey to kids that otherwise wouldn't have it. Hockey has a big cost barrier, and they get people in skates that wouldn't have that opportunity. It's really one of the coolest organizations around. And it says they call it Snyder Hockey, but it's really an education program because they get people access. Here you go. Delaware's going to get a power play.
But it's education through hockey.
The hockey is how they dress it, but it's an educational program. They're academic scholarships that the kids are coming in on.
Hill, Lemberg, this up the right wing boards, thrown in, shot, and the whistle of Darren Mattern sounds.
I thought that whistle was a little bit premature. Of course, Baldoff made the save, but there was no type of control. But let's see how this Delaware.
I mean, that's what we're looking at, possession and control, but apparently Darren felt that Baldoff directed the puck intentionally in a given direction.
Which she did.
4:22 to go here in period number 2, and the turkey's on the table, as Mike Lang would say, for the first Delaware Sports Medicine power play of the afternoon. This going against Getz.
Getz is an important penalty killer for Nova. Uh-oh, here you go. This is an opportunity here for Brown.
Brown one-on-one with Herzog. Slowed up in the slot. And this is ruled a trip against Villanova's Isabella Getz. As Brown tries to prolong this shorthanded attack for the Wildcats and kill precious time off the penalty clock. The Villanova penalty was assessed to number 29, Isabella Getz. 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 15 minutes, 38 seconds in the second period. Getz 2 for tripping at 15:38. 3.5 minutes to go in the second period. Evie Hill to Marzano, the goal scorer. This comes back to Hill after Brown poke checked it away. 1-on-3. Evie Hill shot from the top of the right circle. Blockered wide by Baldoff. Lemberg leaves this across to Downing, trailing into the corner. Centering feed did not make it to Rosenthal. Reaching for the puck. Camerata couldn't protect the zone. Neither could Hill. Here comes C.C. Jenkins. Jenkins tied up by Evie Hill as they both collapse after colliding in the slot. Hens clear again. 3 minutes to go. It's stolen by Rosenthal. In she comes. Drop pass. Lemberg bobble the puck. It's loose in front. The shot from Downing was wide. Oh my goodness gracious.
Did she miss it or was that a save? It was unbelievable.
It was a one-timer that just went wide, but a barrage of chances for the Blue Hens. They couldn't find the net, and there was plenty of open net to work with as this is called offside the other way. With 2 minutes and 36 seconds to go.
Oh my God.
In the second period. My goodness.
Delaware had 27 girls on the ice there, it seemed, as a one after another, and there was a wide open net, and it looks like it just went wide. I don't know if Baldoff was able to tip it the most minute of fashions. Prime scoring opportunity for the Blue Hens.
Face-off going to take place just above the Delaware blue line. 2:36 to go, 14 seconds remaining on the Blue Hens one-woman advantage. C.C. Charles in for the draw, across from O'Byrne. Messino chipped this off the glass, deep into the Delaware end. Marzano to Charles, trying to work this ahead to Janowski. Advancing pass over the line, Menachilo was canceled out by the pressure of Emily Noble. And the Cats are back to full strength with 2 minutes and 12 seconds to go in the second period. Hens getting the shots in toward the Villanova net, but they couldn't find the back of the net. With a couple A-grade chances, but no shots on goal to show for it in that first Delaware Sports Medicine power play.
Kind of a haphazard power play. They're never able to regularly set up there, but they did certainly have some opportunities.
Brown takes a hit from Huddy, and she's going to come off. Doors closing. Minute 44 to go in the second period. Olivia Huddy's going to take the walk of shame. There was no signal from Jack Fetcher, so your guess is as good as mine as to what the call is here. We reckon a body check. At least that's what we think it would be from over here. In any case, it's a Delaware trash can cleaning penalty kill coming up for the Blue Hens. Schedule your first cleaning.
Cameron Brown, an expert at drawing penalties. She stretched to catch a pass there, put her body into a prone position so that when the player from Delaware hit her, she went down and drew the penalty.
And again, you can schedule your first cleaning at DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com.
Looks like they have Brown as the person screened, so they actually finally do have a little bit of action in front of the net, but I don't know if you want your best puck handler screening the goalie. Let's see if it comes out to some success.
The Delaware penalty was assessed to number 6, Olivia Huddy. 2 minutes for roughing. Time of the penalty, 18 minutes, 16 seconds in the second period. Huddy, 2 for roughing at 18:16. Hens clear the zone briefly. Jenkins recovers. We've reached the final minute of the second period, and back in comes O'Byrne up the right side. O'Byrne, Brown, Jenkins, Getz. And coming in from the far side is that Williams.
Heck of a block there by
Payne.
Marzano.
This worked in low to Brown. She's hauled to the far corner by Shaw Downing. They collide after that Downing angle. A misconception here in women's hockey is that all body contact is forbidden. That's not the case. There's plenty of competitive contact within the bounds of the rules, as we just saw there.
That Downing, she's one heck of a player, and actually it's been her board work that's been really successful. So she knows how to bump that body and work the rule. She's really a good defenseman. I've seen her make 2 or 3 great plays thus far.
Hill's last shot thrown in from desperation, but the horn sounds to signal the end of the second period. Through 40 minutes, the score, Delaware Blue Hens 1, Villanova Wildcats 0. We'll be back after the second intermission on the Delaware Hockey Network.
Think about it. The trash and recycling bins in our homes, even with normal use, are places where harmful bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli can multiply by the thousands. But like anyone, you want to keep your home and your family as healthy as possible. Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help. They sanitize your trash cans with high-pressure hot water jets that can kill over 99% of the germs and bacteria in your cans in just a few minutes. To schedule your first cleaning, call 302-310-9075 or visit DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Let's face it, saving for retirement doesn't happen overnight. It takes planning, and Limestone Pension Associates has spent the past 35 years helping small businesses do just that. Limestone specializes in crafting, planning, and handling the day-to-day administration of qualified pension plans tailor-fit to your company's needs and objectives. To schedule a consultation, call 302-479-8817 or visit limestonepension.net to learn more. Let's face it, saving for retirement doesn't happen overnight. It takes planning, and Limestone Pension Associates has spent the past 35 years helping small businesses do just that. Limestone specializes in crafting, planning, and handling the day-to-day administration of qualified pension plans tailor-fit to your company's needs and objectives. To schedule a consultation, call 302-479-8817 or visit limestonepension.net to learn more.
Broadcast to social, print to digital, coast to coast, remote or on site. 412 Communications has the solution to bridge your team with your audience. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today. Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
It's time for the third period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
Welcome back inside Gold Arena. Welcome back to the Delaware Hockey Network. 40 minutes in the books. Delaware with a hard-earned 1-0 lead over the Villanova Wildcats. And it was this net front goal from Carly Marzano. Two minutes and a few seconds. Into the second period. That is the only dry ink on the score sheet. Otherwise, it has been the goalies all the way. Kaylee McFadden with 22 saves, keeping Villanova's potent offense, namely Cameron Brown, absolutely silent. Peyton Williams, Lindsay DiGiuseppe, Elise Payne have yet to hear from any of them either, as it has been all Delaware on the defensive through the first 40 minutes of this contest. James Witherite, Matt Fabrizio, and I can't tell you how much fun it is to get to chat hockey with you. We see each other around the barn quite a bit through the course of the season, always on opposite sides of the red line.
Always,
but
yeah.
Here today, even during the Four Nations on opposite sides of the red line.
Yes, but never like this, James, and it's been a blast thus far. You know, I did not see the Delaware-Villanova game in November, but the last time I watched these two teams play, I was actually coaching Villanova. Here's a breakaway.
Here's Izzy Camerata, up the middle, time, space, shot. No! Oh,
That's exactly what I was just about to talk about. What an unbelievable save by Balda. She saves on the breakaway, gets a big hug from Cameron Brown, the star scorer. Last time I saw these two teams play was in the league championship down in southern Delaware last year, and you'll recognize the score, James, because it was a 1-0 overtime final, and I know that it was these two goaltenders against each other. There's not many pucks that are going to cross that goal line when these two goalies line up against each other. 1-0 Delaware.
And so as the third period grinds on, we're going to see, with all likelihood, a defensive chess match between these two teams.
I think Delaware has the advantage here because they play a strong defensive game to start with. Having a lead plays right into their hands. They know how to play with a lead. They know how to defend.
O'Byrne shot, covered by McFadden.
I was walking by McFadden as we were coming back to our seats here. She had a big smile on her face. She has every reason to. She's got, how many saves does she have?
24.
24 for 24. She's eating up. And I'll tell you what, she would actually, if she didn't control a rebound so well, the Villanova would have 30 shots. So those 24 saves, so it's kind of a tribute to the way that she controls the puck after it hits her.
You know how many second chance opportunities Villanova's had?
I don't.
2.
That makes perfect sense to me. A lot of that is the strong work of the defenseman, but from what I've witnessed, it's actually the rebound control of McFadden. It's probably the strength of her game thus far.
I mean, she stays close to home. Her angles have been great. She takes up a lot of the net just by controlling those angles, and
yeah, her angles are very strong.
Her ability to track the puck and cover.
So she has like a twin sister? That's true? And
her twin sister is Cassie, number 25.
That's hysterical. So they got the little telepathy going on here. Are they identical?
Yes, they are.
Okay. Well, the pads help you able to tell these two girls apart.
Up the middle, Perez to Charles' shot. Off the pads of Baldoff. Huddy couldn't reel in the rebound. This kept in by Cartwright, the North Carolinian. At the base of the Villanova bench, puck is tied up. To a side scrum right at the half wall in front of photographer Carl McCombs. Puck squeaks loose, and it's thrown diagonally across ice, off the near boards beyond the reach of Isabella Saracola. Dad Anthony, a local official.
Yeah, Izzy, she was one of the top junior flyer players in the area when she was in middle school. Went up north to Deerfield for high school, and then returns to her Philly roots. Look at this!
That shot from Saracola almost made it through, but McFadden got a piece of it with her shoulder. And about Izzy Saracola, sister Leah, playing hockey as well.
Also a superstar hockey player. There's a superstar family, those Saracolas.
Great family, great people.
Absolutely.
Camarada backhands this after gaining center. Back behind the Villanova goal. We are just over 3 minutes into the third period of a 1-0 nail-biter advantage Delaware here at Gold Arena. The Blue Hens looking to end the regular season with a 3-1-0 February. So far, so good. Thanks in large part to the stellar netminding of Kaylee McFadden, 25 for 25 in the save department.
Yeah, I like that. Downing is that her name? Downing, Shaw Downing.
Shaw Downing, number 2. Yeah.
Heck of a defender. I'd be looking to take it down the opposite side because number 2's got it on lockdown. Here she got the puck right now.
Across from Lemberg, this came. Downing launches this in from distance. It was on net, sticked away by Baldoff.
Here, Downing made a change there, though.
And then flipped back clear. But this will come back an icing, as Elise Payne could not reel in the breakout pass.
Elise Payne and Cece Jenkins. These were Cameron Brown's line mates last year for Villanova. I had a second to grab the ear of Coach Donnelly and say, hey, for my sake, throw together that line. And it was this line that actually scored the overtime championship-winning goal. It was Brown in overtime. Let's see if they can get a little of the old magic together.
The old band's back together, but Evie Hill having other answers, throwing the puck in close. Here comes Jenkins, 2-on-2, but Herzog keeps her pinned to the near boards. Jenkins trying to center, this taken away by Hope Menachilo. She gains red, she gains blue, in she comes. Menachilo's shot, bobbled at first by Baldoff, and then Baldoff falls on it for the Pies.
Underrated save there by Nadia. Who was the Delaware player that took that shot? Did you notice?
Menachilo, 48.
Oh, my God. So she actually used the defender perfect as a screen. Right when the defender moved her leg, she ripped that shot. Nadia didn't see that puck until it was halfway there. But the quick reflexes of Baldoff were able to get in front of that puck. That was an underrated big save there.
And then a gathering behind the net after the save. Not something we're used to seeing much in women's hockey, although the Boston-Ottawa game the other night told us differently if you saw it.
I think they were just comparing GPAs and talking about summer plans.
Face-off comes to the left of Baldoff after save number 16. Charles and Brown in for the near circle draw. Puck is down, off we go. CC Charles crashing forward, but Di Giuseppe got to the puck in time for Villanova.
Be careful, Villanova's able to get a rush here.
To Jenkins' far side. Pressure. from Charles, forcing the turnover. Cassie McFadden flips this ahead, thrown in by Luzon up the right wing boards. Monopoly angles her way to the puck of the far corner by the Billy Pierce banner, hung in memory of the former St. Mark's goaltender who tragically died in a motorcycle accident 5 years ago. That banner there to remember his honor. Grace Matone tried to roll the puck off the corner boards. It was shoveled by Luzon back at a neutral ice. After that, puck took an awkward hop right in front of the Zamboni entrance. 5 minutes gone in the third period. From Gold Arena, Delaware 1, Villanova 0. In closing day for the regular season, and both of these teams will head to Harrington, Delaware next weekend for the DVCHC postseason tournament.
Underrated, fabulous place to watch playoff college hockey. Harrington, Delaware. Some people call it chicken country. It's probably good news for the Blueheads.
That shot from the right point, and Isabella Getz held on to again by Kaylee McFadden with 14:35 to go in the third period of this 1-0 game. Lemberg.
Good.
Lemberg was in for the draw across from Zoe Garrett. Second forward combination on right now for Villanova. Camerata launches this well beyond the reach of Janowski, and it's going to come back in icing.
This is a cool opportunity here. Nice little slap shot music. This is a cool opportunity to get a scoring chance. If they design a little draw, Villanova likes using their points. They can pull back to the draw, get a little bit of traffic in front. Maybe they can solve McFadden.
14:20 to go.
First girl into the face-off circle was a Blue Hen, and that's how the puck gets out of the zone.
Icing waved off by official Darren Mattern. As the race goes the way of Owasco over Camerata, that puck was played on its way in. Owasco working behind the net. Plays the carom shot off the corner boards near side. Camerata has it tied up over Kyla O'Byrne. This thrown in from a fallen Riley Lemberg. Camerata couldn't reel it in on the edge of the blue paint, but she's got the puck, trying to make something happen from behind the goal. Camerata hauled down. Puck pushed free, and now controlled by Peyton Williams up the far side. Bonfilio held the point. She throws this in off the backboards. It ricochets to the near corner, where stepping up Camerata couldn't play it in. This goes up into the netting and out of play over the Billy Pierce banner. And we've got a pause with 6.5 minutes behind us in the third period. Delaware with a 1-0 lead, and they're starting to turn the pressure back on, Matt.
Bonfilio had a great play there to keep that puck in the zone. She actually didn't stay in the zone, but she was able to break up the play. 3 Delaware forecheckers were caught very low in the Villanova zone. It's not what you want to see in the third period, protecting a 1-goal lead, but Bonfilio's stick work was able to nullify the opportunity.
The captain, Carly Marzano.
2-on-1 chance.
Couldn't maintain the momentum. 2-on-1 coming for Villanova. The pass ahead to Di Giuseppe. Shot. McFadden with the last word again.
She ate that one up. I'm loving Di Giuseppe's white gloves. Look at this. The puck goes over there. She has a step. Nice gap control by the defender on Delaware. Di Giuseppe only able to get a backhand off. Didn't get a lot of oomph on it, and that's not that type of shot on a day like this is not going to beat McFadden.
And that 2-on-1 started with Caitlin Knowles in the neutral zone. Another.
There's a design play off the draw there, but if for Villanova to get anything from it, Payne's got to get that shot on, but Jenkins has to get her stick into a scoring position and swat that rebound because it did sit there for a millisecond. Same play.
Brown and Marzano off the draw, trying to push the puck free was Menachilo. Coming crashing in was Payne. Shot, score.
There's the line. It's the same line. He put that old line back together. It took him one shift to get back in step with each other, and on their second shift out together, Jenkins with the goal to tie the score. Whoa, we have 13 minutes of action coming up here. Tie game.
1-1. And it looks like Jenkins was the one to put it past.
What do we say, James? Dirty goals, rebounds, puck bouncing around in the slot. McFadden's been able to control it most of the game. That time she was unable to do so, and we have ourselves a tie hockey game.
A tie hockey game, Matt, as this comes on the 30th Villanova shot of the contest.
First 29 saves. Look at this.
Here's Brown. Shot stymied by McFadden.
That was a big save there.
Absolutely. Brown had time and space on that one. She had a clean look from point-blank range.
That's exactly what you don't want to see when you're playing against Villanova. You don't want number 7 to have
Brown
any
through
space.
the slot. Rosenthal backhands the puck away. Held in by Monopoly, intercepted by Charles. And she's going to flip this across to Rosenthal, who walks up the right wing boards, gains center, and she'll throw this into the far corner to facilitate a change.
That was probably, the goal aside, that was probably the best shift that we've seen from Villanova. They had some sustained pressure and were able to get some pucks, some action down low and make McFadden dance around there. Here you go.
Villanova goal, third of the season, scored by number 2, Cece Jenkins. Time of the unassisted goal, 6 minutes 57 seconds in the third period. Jenkins is third, unassisted, at 6:57. Camerata pushes play back to the blue line. In comes O'Byrne the other way, shot through traffic. Into the right leg of Kaylee McFadden, good for save number 31. 8.5 minutes in the books here in the third period. This thrown through traffic by Peyton Williams. It bounces off the near corner boards, now on the stick of Lemberg. Is it Karen behind the goal, out to the far side again. Bonfilio looking for space. Lemberg going to try to break this free. Lemberg could not connect with Janowski, giving the puck away to Caitlin Knowles, who started that 2-on-1 that nearly led to Villanova's first goal of the game. Instead, it was Cece Jenkins amid a net front scrum, beating McFadden to tie this up for the Cats. 9 minutes into the third, Janowski with the dump and change. Puck pursued in the near corner by Izzy Camerata. This held in by Menachilo. She tried to shoot from the mid-slot, but a smart stick check from Isabella Getz sent that puck off its intended line, and now Di Giuseppe will walk it back the other direction.
Look at these
on
white
to
gloves.
Knowles it goes. 2-on-1 again. Knowles, poke check by Herzog, sends that 40-foot shot off its intended line. Puck tied up in the near corner, 10.5 minutes to go in the third period. It squeaks up the near boards, held in by Messino. She drives it in deep again. Now on the stick of Knowles' near corner, Herzog's got her tied up. Marzano muscles this puck free after McFadden lost her paddle, directed back to her by Ella Herzog as play migrates up the far boards to center. Holt Menachilo into a 1-on-2. Angle to the near side, holding the line was Caitlin Braun on the back check for Villanova. It's tied up in the near corner. We're screened on that one. As the puck rolls to the far corner, Evie Hill, marked by Braun, contesting the puck as we pass halfway in the third period. We are all knotted up, 1-1.
If we don't like being screened, you can imagine what the goalies think, right? Open girl in the slot, open blue hen.
Here's Jenkins, left wing boards. 4 defenders catching up to her. Amelie Perez blocking that puck.
Excellent play there. Look at this. She's taking the puck the other way.
Here comes Hill. Slowed up at center. Recovering was Payne at the Villanova blue line.
I thought that was offsides. Yep, and they ref
I thought it was a delayed offside, but this is going to be called a hook by Darren Mattern.
Oh, that was got a power play.
Menachilo ruled off for hooking. 10:45
I really
into
like
the third period.
I really like Menachilo's aggressiveness. That time it looks like she took the better of her, and now she's going to serve 2 minutes. Villanova's got a little bit of momentum rolling right now. They have this line out that scored the game-tying goal. They got a lot of chemistry. This is a dangerous, precipitous part of the game for the Blue Hens. See if they can kill it off.
This penalty kill brought to you by Delaware Trash Can Cleaning. The Delaware penalty was assessed to number 48, Hope Menachilo, 2 minutes for hooking. Time of the penalty, 10 minutes, 45 seconds in the third period. Menachilo 2 for hooking at 10:45. Monopoly walking the line. Leaving this across, shot coming in near side off the initial shot from Payne.
Heck of a save, even better clear by University of Delaware, and Villanova's going to have to regroup. Let's see what Elise Payne picks the puck up and see what she can do.
Jenkins leaving this across near side. Payne dipsy doodles past Camerata. Camerata catches up to her. Working down low is Herzog. Downing keeping Payne and now Brown pinned to the wall. This played up to the point, and Emily Noble. Now the umbrella collapses. Stepping up, shooting Monopoly. Denied by McFadden for the 33rd time tonight.
Unbelievable, McFadden. Villanova is actually getting a lot of pressure in front. They're really making McFadden earn these last few saves, but she's been stepping up to the challenge every single time. Phenomenal work by the top unit there for Villanova. Let's see what they get from their second unit.
8:15 to go. Minute gone on the Menachilo penalty. Race on for a loose puck. Charles pulls back at the blue line after Emily Noble got there in time. Here's O'Byrne. Up the right wing board, steered by Perez to the corner. Fresh penalty killers on for the Hens. Charles, Lemberg, down low. Evie Hill boxing out for net front position. This kick back to Monopoly at the point. Across to Noble. Centering pass broken up by CC Charles, but she can't get it clear as recovering for Villanova was Zoe Garrett.
Get that box formation set up. You could slide. It looks like Villanova slides into an umbrella from an overload. Get that 1 point person, and you're taking up 2 penalty killers. It's a smart play to do. When you get a box, you want to switch it up to an umbrella. Then you have a more of a numbers advantage down low on the power play.
Now, when you do that, Matt, you just rotate the box. Is that how that works?
Rotate that box. One of the points falls down to the top of the circle, and then that enables you to get the person off the half wall, and you get 2 people in front of the net.
So what you're going box 1 then to an umbrella with 2 down low, right?
I think when you're playing an umbrella, you switch to a diamond, right, or a triangle +1, either one. But the diamond is the default mode to defend the umbrella power play. What Villanova does that's sneaky.
No, the 1-2-1 makes a lot of sense defending the umbrella for sure.
Oh yes, it does. Yes, it totally does.
Because then the only person that you're leaving open is the attacker behind the net.
Yes.
Who the only way they're going to score is a Michigan.
When you're using an umbrella, you want to work the puck high. So if the team slides into a diamond and goes to a 1-2-1, at that point the counter move is to move the puck down low. You start working the puck from behind the net. Then you have a numbers advantage the other direction.
Coming to the final 6.5 minutes of regulation, as we pick the brain of Coach Matt Fabrizio.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
You know how to coach a winning team. You do it.
Not last night,
at both
James.
the high school and
Not
collegiate
last
levels.
night, I'll tell you that much.
One game does not make a season, my friend.
That was a nice long win streak we had, and I think it's going to make the boys appropriately hungry for Monday's rematch in the semifinals.
Josie Billett cleared from center. Enough time for a changing of the guard for the Blue Hens. Menachilo picks up a loose puck. In she comes, shot. Stick save made by Baldoff. Nobody home for the rebound. Crashing the net was CC Charles, but she couldn't get to the puck in time before the Wildcats clear. Here's Owasco barreling up the left wing boards. Drop pass to Di Giuseppe. Thrown in close. Recovered by Downing. Doing yeoman's work to clog the slot once again. Downing up the boards. Couldn't find Rosenthal. Pass intercepted by Elise Payne. Thrown in front. Puck pinballs off sticks net front, and this will be cleared by Bonfilio. Touch pass by Luzon, finds CC Charles. She's got space. CC Charles walking in, tied up by the defender, Sydney Owasco. They both collapse. I thought we were going to see a penalty there, Matt.
Unbelievable coordination by Owasco. Sid the kid with looked like she had a fishing rod there to pull that puck off the Delaware stick.
Luzon back to Charles. Hens trying to reset. 5 minutes to go in regulation in this 1-1 hockey game. Camerata working to hold the zone for Delaware as the other Blue Hens change. Izzy steps up to offer forechecking pressure and forces an errant breakout pass. Puck now corralled by Perez at her own line. Across to Cartwright, D-to-D feed, this up the middle. Here's Lemberg, slowed up at the Villanova blue line. Puck recovered by Braun.
Braun's tough. She lowered that shoulder there, got away with a check. But she's tough. KB, old KB, my Swiss Army knife. She never went from game to game and played the same position twice. Here you are. Oh, what a play!
Lemberg slowed up Williams. Williams has the puck back. Delayed penalty. Signaled against Delaware. their possession and control. And the Hens are headed back to the Delaware trash can cleaning penalty kill with 4 minutes and 11 seconds to go in regulation. Lemberg going, and for what? Again, no signal from Fetcher.
I didn't see the penalty, but I'll tell you, if there's one thing I'm doing here as the Villanova coach, it's getting 7-2 and 28 back onto the ice, and it looks exactly what Coach Donnelly is doing here. We'll see if the Blue Hens can defend this. The last 3 faceoffs that Brown has taken, she's pulled it back to Elise Payne. Now they have a little bit of a trick play here. It looks like Noble is lining up as a winger here. Let's see if there's some type of secret backdoor play. Jenkins normally a winger on this line.
And now we've got the rest of the story, Fab. Here we go. The Delaware penalty was assessed to number 21, Riley Lemberg.
Oh, McFadden was able to hold that one up.
2 minutes for roughing. Time of the penalty, 15 minutes, 49 seconds in the third period. Lemberg, 2 for roughing at 15:49. McFadden again, flashing the leather, keeping the puck in front of her, and minimizing Villanova's rebound chances.
I know what Donnelly was doing here. He's got Noble in front of the net to cause havoc. She's really good in tight spaces. She's normally defensive, but she's playing in front of the net on this power play attack.
Brown tries to shovel one and gets her own rebound. A couple quick saves from McFadden.
Oh, they lost sight of the puck. What a save and an unbelievable encore save by McFadden.
And we're going to see it again right now.
Look at Villanova. They're moving in and out of space. Cameron Brown comes out of her favorite place in the office, back behind the net. McFadden covered up with a glove, got a rebound, covered up with her glove again. Refs lost sight of the puck. The puck was still bouncing around. They blew the whistle dead. I tell you what, I would not touch this power play unit here. It looks like they're going to be out here for the entire remainder of the power play. They're moving the puck beautifully.
71 seconds left with the one-woman advantage. Marzano in across from Cameron Brown, whom we have yet to see on the score sheet. The only Villanova goal belonging to CeCe Jenkins. Crashing the net again.
Oh, did you see her on that post? Did you see her get over there? There was a space for a millisecond, then she took it right away.
Absolutely. Brown going right to the front of the cage, but CeCe Charles was right there to take some heat out of a hot kitchen. 3 minutes to go. 1-1 hockey game. The slap shot from Jenkins was wide. Looking for the rebound, Brown couldn't dig the puck free. Cameron Brown hassled by Downing. Monopoly around the horn. Jenkins' slap shot was blocked by CeCe Charles, who tries to shovel the puck out of the zone, but on her is Cameron Brown to recover. This is backhanded out of harm's way by Carly Marzano. Here's Charles, 1-on-2. She throws the puck at net. It is sticked away by Baldoff into the near corner. Picked up and now walked back up the left wing boards by Elise Payne for Villanova.
Unbelievable play by Charles. She saw the clapper from, oh no!
And Villanova have scored on the power play.
Was that Jenkins? I think she snuck one in. I wasn't able to see it. It looked like she took it behind the net.
Looks like it's going to be Payne.
Oh, was it Payne at least? Next thing I know, it's the back of the net. But they gained the line here. Delaware's done a great job protecting that line. Payne was able to take it all the way around. I must have been a carom or deflection, or I don't know how she got it.
Payne on the wraparound.
Yeah, it looked like she never came out in front, though. But that's that line again, 28-7-2, getting it done. They have 2 goals this period.
Payne and Jenkins.
Appropriate
with both of the goals.
Appropriate time to call this timeout for Denny. Calm it down for Delaware. You get things calmed down, talk it over, let the momentum kind of sag a little bit here. This is the appropriate time to do it. How much time we got here, James? 2:17 to go. Oh my God.
The Villanova goal, 11th of the season, scored by number 28, Elise Payne. Time of the unassisted power play goal, 17 minutes, 43 seconds in the third period. Payne's 11th unassisted at 17:43, a power play goal. Timeout, Delaware.
if I'm the University of Delaware coach, I got to roll out here with Lemberg for sure. I'd put this Menachillo out. I love the way that she plays, and I love how aggressive she is and how quick she is. And then probably, who's the other one that I was thinking that I would put out here? I think I would get Camerata. She's a heck of a player. And they're going to need a little bit of juice here. Oh, look at this, Camerata, Lemberg, and Charles. I like the Charles. She's a nice player, too.
And then Bonfilio and Downing on the back end. So we're coming to the final 2 minutes of the contest.
At this point in the game, I like to call it real estate. You want to get the puck. You want to keep that puck down by that Delaware goalie if you're Villanova, because they can't pull the goalie.
The longer you're in the offensive zone, the fewer opportunities they have to get the extra attacker on.
Absolutely. I still think it's a little bit early, but I would say that 85, 75 seconds left. If they have good possession down low, you get the goalie out there, get your extra attacker on the ice.
But as we've seen this game all afternoon and evening long, those opportunities for Delaware to sustain zone time have been fleeting at best.
Playing from behind is not a team like this strength. Playing from ahead is the way that they want to play. They don't have a lot of firepower up front tonight, so it's going to be a challenge. Look, Villanova's playing real estate right now. They continue to get the puck. You want this draw.
Final 71 seconds, and the faceoff's going to come to the right of Kaylee McFadden.
Donnelly going with the veterans, Messino and Braun back on D, and he's got that crazy line. He's got both of these third-period goals out there to take draw. Cameron Brown's an ace in the faceoff circle.
Final 65. Hill's going to walk this to her own line. Across to Menachillo this goes. Final minute of play upon us here at Gold Arena. McFadden making a break for the bench, and on comes Izzy Camerata, the 6th Delaware skater. She recovers at center after Brown tried to break free. Downing pulling back to her own line. Tried to work the puck to Hill. It was intercepted, and this will be an icing.
Coach's least favorite play, when somebody takes it from the other side of the red line, tries to get a free goal, and he end up icing the puck. Now what Villanova's done is did what Delaware couldn't do for themselves, which is bring the puck all the way down into the Villanova zone with very limited amount of time left. Delaware's going to get a scoring opportunity here.
Marzano in for the faceoff. 37 2/5 seconds to go. Empty net, 158 feet away. Puck tied up over the dot. Thrown off the boards, held in by Downing. At the right point, off that failed Messino clear. It's loose in front. Hill tried to one-time it. Marzano, Bonfilio. The shot from Camerata never materialized. Down to the final 15. Hill leaves this back to the point. This taken away from Bonfilio. Another icing with 7 3/5 seconds to go.
If I'm Villanova, I have Cameron Brown taking this draw. Looks like that's all set and ready to go. If I'm Delaware, I'm going to put a bunch of girls out in front of the net. I'd put 3, maybe 4 in the slot. Have the center draw back to the point, fling it on net, and start slamming away.
And it looks as though now Villanova is going to take their timeout.
Now, this gives Delaware the opportunity to draw up a play and calm things down, but at the same time, these Villanova girls have been here for a long time. So the Villanova girls had been on the ice for a while there. So Coach Donnelly's trying to get them a little bit of time, a little bit of breath into their lungs as they have this icing here. Critical moment here. 7.7 seconds left. Let's see. Looks like Delaware's drawing up a play. Coach is talking directly to his center. It's hard to tell what he's saying. But if I'm Delaware, I have 1 center, 1 defender, 3, maybe 4 girls out in front of the net. You pull it back, you fling it on net, and you start slamming around.
Looks like we've got Camerata, Marzano, Hill, Lemberg, Downing, and Bonfilio. So we've got effectively 2 centers, a winger, a defender converted winger, and then the 2 most offensively minded defenders on the team.
Donnelly has a timeout. I think that allows you to change the line if you want, but he's choosing not to. These are the girls that he wants on the ice to close this out. It's all going to come down to Lemberg versus Brown on this draw. 7 seconds to play. Delaware's got to sell out.
Puck is down. Here we go. Final seconds.
Got to outman this puck.
2,
You got to send everybody
1.
out. Oh, there it goes.
Puck battle migrating behind the net brings a 2-1 nail-biter to its conclusion. The final score, Villanova Wildcats 2, Delaware Blue Hens 1. Final shots on goal, Villanova 39, Delaware 18. It's time for the 3 stars of the game, brought to you by Sid's Barbecue and Jerky. Today's 3rd star with 37 saves for Delaware, number 31, Kaylee McFadden. The number 2 star with 17 saves for Villanova, number 8, Nadia Baldoff. And the number 1 star of the game with the game-winning goal for the Villanova Wildcats, number 28, Elise Payne. On behalf of the staff and management of the University of Delaware Ice Arenas and so this going all the way to the bitter end. For your attendance at today's Elise Payne with the game-winning goal. And then the Wildcats defense staves off the extra attacker to preserve a 2-1 win and head to the postseason 14-8 on the year.
A lot of respect for my good friend Coach Donnelly. Shuffled those lines. He's getting shut out after 2 periods. They can't solve the goaltender. Shuffled them up, put the old line back together. They got 2 goals, 1 a power play. Were they both power play goals or 1 was a power play goal? Either way, they had sustained pressure, and once Delaware was facing the deficit, trying to come back was so difficult for them because Villanova was able to keep the puck out of their zone for the vast majority of the ending of the game.
So as we wrap up this Saturday edition of the Delaware Hockey Network, looking back at the 3 goals of this game, Carly Marzano opening at 2:03 into the 2nd period. But again, it ultimately was a numbers game for the Villanova Wildcats, peppering McFadden with 39 shots total and ultimately getting a couple situations where McFadden had to go post to post, and it was those instances that sealed victory for the Villanova Wildcats. Again, the final score today from Gold Arena, Villanova 2, Delaware 1. Matt Fabrizio, the coach.
Former coach.
This was a lot of fun.
It was so much fun. I can't wait to see if you invite me back. All right, see if you invite me back into the booth with you, because I'd love to do it.
Consider it done.
It's a date. We'll see you, James.
Matt, great job. Thanks for joining us. To all of you joining us here on the Delaware Hockey Network, thank you for joining us. Our co-executive producer is Molly Jo Rosen. Our assistant producer is Broadway Joe Sindoni. Our videographer is Saunders Penn. Our production assistant is Eli Swope. For Matt Fabrizio, for the whole crew, James Witherite saying thank you for your company. Villanova 2, Delaware 1, the final score. We'll see you again soon here on the Delaware Hockey Network. And it's all brought to you by the law office of Heather A. Long. Good night.